إنما يخشى الله من عباده العلماء.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، ونصلي ونسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبعد. This is the lesson number 13. The day is October 4th, that is 2025, that is the 13 of Rabi', 12 of Rabi' al-Thani, 1447. Now we said last time that we started with Wajib, with الأحكام التكليفية, the Sharia rulings, the legal rulings with the language of the legal writing, and we said it's Wajib and Mandub and Mubah and Makruh and Haram, the five taklifi ones. And what we mentioned is that the obligatory and recommended and permissible and disliked and prohibited, the five taklifi, they are part of the أحكام الشرعية. The other five are the أحكام الوضعية, which is five: the cause, the condition, the preventative, the concession and determination, and the fifth is corruption, validity and invalidity of أحكام or contracts. So we talked last time about the definition of wajib, and we mentioned that wajib is whatever we are commanded to do on a definitive way, we have to do, and as a result, whoever leave it will commit a sin, and whoever do it will get a reward. And I mentioned to you that this actually addresses the consequence of the wajib in the hereafter, في الدار الآخرة. But what about the definition that is related to our life in dunya here? So I came up with this definition, which I told you is wajib is whatever action that we are commanded to do that will bring about the best interest of the doer, individual or group, and will and on the opposite side will prevent the worst consequence or the worst bad outcome that might come to the doer. So this addresses actually both in akhirah and dunya, because the best interest includes al-akhirah, al-jannah, which is the main thing, and dunya as well, al-maslaha, which is the interest. They always talk about al-maslaha. So al-wajib is what brings about maslaha, what brings about the benefit, the interest of the Muslim, the sane, and the one who is obliged to perform his duties or her duties. And I mentioned that there are 4 categories according to Sheikh Abu Zahra. There are ways of looking at the الواجب or mandub, or there are different ways of looking at it, because it is where the facade, the way you look gives you a more insight into what it is or it can be. So we can categorize it this way or that way. I've chose here in this book to go with Sheikh Abu Zahra, where he actually divided it in 4 ways, to look at it from 4 directions. One is from the time of performance, time of performance of the obligatory action. The second way is by specification of what is required. تعين المطلوب, what is required actually. The third one is by determinability or the measurement, تقدير of the action. And the fourth one is by who is addressed by the wajib, who is addressed by this wajib. So if we look at the first one is the time of doing the wajib, of doing the obligatory command. It is divided to 2 from point of view of how it is divided related to time. When do you do it? Either mutlaq, unrestricted, like what unrestricted? Like when you become like sick in Ramadan and you want to make up for the days, so you can do it anytime. You can do it after Ramadan or after Shawwal or the next year or the year after. It is unrestricted. You can do it anytime, anytime afterwards. Or it can be a restricted, time restricted, مقيد, واجب مقيد. الواجب المقيد, which actually has a specific time to do it. It can be done, like, it's not mutlaq. You cannot say I will do it anytime. No, you cannot do that. It has to be done in a specific time. But within this specific time, there are 2 divisions here. This specific time, it's either موسع mean expanded, or مضيق, narrow. Expanded مقيد, like time restricted and expanded, means like صلاة, صلاة الصبح, الظهر, العصر, المغرب, because you can do it anytime between adhan and adhan. So you can do it in this time or this time or this time or this time, during the time, anytime during the time between the 2 adhan. And hence you can actually carry out the same type of ibadah in the same time, in the same time slot, because you can do Zuhr and then you can pray 4 or 8 or whatever. You can do any prayer. You can do qada. You make over for left or forgotten or slept for prayers. So the time slot can accommodate the obligatory and other ritual from the same type. So that's why they call it wajib muwassa. It's an expanded kind of time slot to do it. The narrow is where you cannot actually do that. Like the main example is Ramadan. If you are in Ramadan you cannot do with Ramadan أنا أتطوع رمضان like volunteer Ramadan fasting with Ramadan, because there is no time. It's مضيق. It's for this specific thing. There is no other way to do it. So this is this is where we look at the الواجب, the obligatory, from that side, or from this point of view. Now the second one is from specification of what is required. What is required to do in relation related to that command, to that obligatory thing. There are two types. Either it is معين, means specific, يعني بالعين, يعني you have to do exactly this one. There is no other way. You have to do it. Like there's no choice to do it. Like paying your zakah, like fulfilling contracts, like praying, like repaying your debt. You have to do this is wajib. You have to do this wajib معين, specific, this specific one. Or it can be choice based. Choice based means that you have to do it, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us some leeway in choose this. If you can, then do this. If you can, then do this. Or there are different ways, like Hajj. Hajj you can do ifrad, when you go and have niyyah for Hajj and do Hajj, and that's it. Or Qiran, when you make ihlal for Umrah and then you do Hajj. Or Mut'ah, where you تهل بعمرة and then you get out of the ihram and then you make ihram again to do the Hajj. This is Qiran. So there are three ways of doing mother acts. Or sometimes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make rules. You either for the if somebody kills someone by khata, by mistake, either ransom, or either by paying, by getting qasas, or the holder of the blood, the person who holds the blood of the killed person, give afu, so he takes the money for the diya, for the person who was killed. It's either this or this or this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave that. So this is wajib mukhayyar. You can do it. Like paying your debt, there is no choice here. You have to pay the debt. There's nothing, there is no this or this or this. You have to pay the debt. Yeah, you can delay it, but you have to pay it. That's it. There's no choice. But there is this mukhayyar, the choice-based wajib. The third one is التقدير. التقدير means the al-qadr, the measure of this wajib. What is the measure of this wajib? There are two different way of looking at the wajib from this measurement point of view. It's either a fixed limit, and this is most of the wajibat, like like zakah, fixed 2.5%. That's it. Salah, 2 subh, 4 dhuhr, 4 asr, 3 maghrib, 4 isha. It's muhaddad, fixed. Ramadan, from moon to moon, 29 or 30. There is no other way of doing it. So the quantity, the measurement is fixed. Or it's without fixation. So as opposed to zakah, which is fixed, the sadaqah, donation to fuqara, this is unlimited, without fixed limit. You can pay $1, you can pay $1 million, you can pay anything. So it's not fixed. Like in wudu, how much you use water, you can use from all wudu. You can use 1 cup, or you can use a big like jar, a huge jar, like gallon. There is no fixed measurement to carry out the obligation. So this is the third way of looking. The fourth way is who is addressed by this wajib. Who is the wajib come to address? It's either it came to address the specific person, the individual. It's an individual duty, which is الواجب العيني على العين, يعني on each person, like praying, like hajj, like zakat. This you have to do عينا, and well, hajj, if you can't, you can actually pay somebody to do it for you, but this is so. The more clear is prayer and fulfilling your zakah and your contracts with other people. Or this is الواجب العيني, الواجب الكفائي. الواجب الكفائي is the collective duty. Collective duty means that if someone or 2 or 3 done this, carry out this, خلاص, the rest of the group are not obliged to do it anymore. Like you go into a group of people sitting and you say Assalamu alaikum. If one of them said Alaikum Assalam wa rahmatullah, nobody have ism of them. But if no one said, every one of them is athim. And this is wajib al-taklifi. It's like jihad. Jihad, if enemy came to our country, people have to rise to fight this and expel them from their country. How many? It's wajib kifai. It has to be enough number. If enough number is risen to do the job, then the rest who didn't go, no ism. There's no ism. But if the number is not enough, then everybody in this country has ism. See? Like that's why now we all have ism of not supporting Gaza. Because no one is doing it. No one is doing this. So we all have ism. Every single Muslim around the globe have ism. So this is wajib ala al-kifaya. Like following janazah. If some people follow janazah, like tashmit al-atis, like when somebody sneezes and he says alhamdulillah, if one said yarhamukumullah, khalas. If nobody say it, everybody sitting will commit, will be sinful. So this is from who is addressed to. It's either the specific individual or the collective. So that's this is what we have to understand about the wajib in general. There are other things I'm going to mention it related to wajib, inshallah, and it's more deep. It's a deeper than this amount, but I will mention it in the time comes, inshallah. Now when we talk about the mandub is the recommended act. Mandub is actually commanded by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah commanded at two levels, one obligatory and one recommended. But both of them are talab, both of them Allah asked to do this. But we can't say Allah asked, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't ask, He command. So Allah commanded these two, but commanded it the level of command. One is you have to do it, lazim, and or mandub, recommended. You actually, if you do it, you will get thawab. If you don't do it, you are not going to be punished. You are not going to be punished. There is one thing here in terms of the understanding the term, the word mandub. Al-mandub has other names. They use other names in they say mandub, they say sunnah, they say nafila, they say tatawwa', they say al-mustahab. You can hear any of these expression, and they all mean one thing, which is the recommended. Recommending can be mandub, or sunnah, or nafila, or tatawwa', or al-mustahab. So when you look at that, which is the definition is the same for all these names. When we look at the title Sunnah, when we call the recommended acts, we call it Sunnah. You're like, this is Fard and this is Sunnah. Fard is the obligatory, but Fard and Wajib is the same for Ahl Sunnah. For Ahnaf, Fard is what is obligatory by Quran, and Wajib is what is obligatory by Sunnah. But both are obligatory the same degree, distinguished by by where the obligation come from. So some people when they hear you say Fard and Sunnah, they think that Sunnah is always means recommended act. No, actually there are two types of Sunnah. Sunnah, the word Sunnah in the Islamic science marks two different things. It can mark the recommended act, then it is like the synonymous to like Fard and Sunnah. So the opposite is Fard. So Sunnah and Fard, it's opposite to Fard, and it's equal to Nafila, Tatawwa', Mustahab, and Mandub. Sunnah. And the other meaning of Sunnah in Islamic science is the proof of legal and Sharia commands, ahkam, which is Quran is number one, Sunnah is number two. So many Arabic speaking people actually get very confused between the two. Like you tell them you can't, to a man, you can't wear dhahab, like ring of gold. He says no, this is Sunnah, it came in hadith, it's Sunnah. So no, you are confused. It came in Sunnah as opposed as Quran. It's a proof of obligation, because the Sunnah with this meaning is divided into Wajib and Mandub and Mubah and Makruh and Haram. So a Sunnah of Rasulullah came with the 5 hukm as well. So the Quran came with the 5, Sunnah came with the 5. The Ahkam al-Shar'iyya came in Kitab or Sunnah. This is one of the meaning of the Sunnah as opposed to Quran. So Quran number 1, Sunnah number 2, Ijma' number 3. and then qiyas and ijtihad. So that's the meaning of sunnah. But here we are talking about this specific meaning of sunnah, which is what Rasulullah used to do most of the time. It's recommended to be done, and these things that Rasulullah used to do that is not obligatory, are divided into three ways. We can look at it in three ways. The sunnah al-mu'akkada, the established and confirmed sunnah, which is the sunnah that Rasulullah ﷺ kept doing, but still he kept saying it is not fard. It doesn't come to a fard. Because if you see Rasulullah doing it all the time, maybe it will get confused and do it as fard. No, he says it's like the sunnah of witr, like sunnah al-fajr, the 2 rak'ah for al-fajr, or the sunnah al-maghrib, the 2 rak'ah after maghrib, or isha, or the sunnah after isha. So these, or reading surah after Fatiha in salah, like after you pray, when you pray, you read, you say Fatiha, and then you read a surah. This surah is sunnah mu'akkada. It's established sunnah, confirmed, but not fard. That's why if you forgot to read a surah, your prayer is sahih. You don't make sujood sahw, or you don't repeat it again, because it's sunnah mu'akkada. It's established and confirmed sunnah. The other sunnah is the sunnah unconfirmed or non-confirmed sunnah, sunnah غير المؤكدة, like 4 before Zuhr and 4 after, like 4 before Asr and the 4 before Isha. Also sadaqah, if there is somebody that really doesn't need it, but it will make him like me feel more comfortable, so you give it to him. This is sunnah غير مؤكدة. Rasul did it sometimes, but it is not confirmed, like غير مؤكدة. The third type of sunnah on Rasulullah sallallahu is the following Rasulullah in things that is not related to rituals, like the way he eats, the way he dresses, the way he, and some people went so far of Sahaba in اقتداء, يعني يسموها الاقتداء بالنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم, to the point where like Abdullah ibn Umar, he used to go, and when he goes to Salah in the masjid, in Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he used to take the same exact streets that Rasulullah took. He doesn't go in other streets, to other street, and the same side of street. He just iqtadi bi Rasulullah in every single thing. This is level, of course we don't know what this level is because we are so far away, but that's what it is. This is al-iqtida' bin Nabi in his regular and normal day-to-day life, like how he treated his, like he's patient with his wives. This is iqtida' bi Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So this is what we the categories of mandub and sunnah, or mustahab, or nafila, or tatawwu, like I mentioned. Here is a benefit for you, which is very, very important, and so very important. This one, which is when we look at mandub, we find that mandub is actually serve as assistance or a help or support to an obligatory action. So like 2 rak'ah before Fajr is to prepare you in order to pray Fajr when maybe you just woke up and you are not like really, so so the two will get you in shape, and then when you start the obligatory you are already completely awake and everything, and so it serve, so the mandub always serve the obligatory. So it's actually kind of a protection, like a safe zone around the obligatory, a safe zone around the obligatory. So if you lose all the mandub, if you never do the mandub, then what is after? You might scratch the wajib, the obligatory, right? Because it's exposed. It's exactly like a wound on your hand. What do? You leave it open like this, yeah, and you have to be very careful all the time and look at it and don't touch it with anything. But what do you do? What do we do normally? We put band-aid on it, and keep it away from. So, and that came from hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, من وقع في الشبهات وقع في الحرام كالراعي يرعى حول الحمى يوشك أن يرتع فيه, which is متفق عليه. All the جماعة all the Bukhari, Muslim and Tirmidhi, all of them. So متفق عليه. So it's hadith whoever falls into doubtful matters falls into the unlawful. At the end of the day, you will fall into the unlawful because you didn't. كالراعي يرعى حول الحمى. It's exactly like Rasul Sallam gave here the picture of the shipman with his sheep, the sheepman with his sheep, and he is taking them to eat and stuff, but they come to the border of his land. See, if they leave them to come to the exact border, he cannot guarantee that some of them is going to go and eat from his neighbors. They are going to يرتع فيه, يعني to eat from the neighbor's food. But what he does, he actually put a zone, a safe zone, like in wars they do, like no weapon, or they call it safe zone, or a kilometer, 2 kilometers, whatever. So it's a zone, so you make sure that you are not going to hit the haram. You're not going to do that, because if you don't do the obligatory, you committed haram right away, because leaving the obligation is haram. ترك الواجب haram. So al-mubah is actually this zone, and this is so beautiful when you understand it this way. Al-mubah is the safe zone around the haram. The mandub is the safe zone around around the wajib. I'm just talking too much. Al-mandub is a safe zone around the wajib. The recommended is a safe zone around the obligatory, about the wajib. So it keeps you away from getting into hurting your obligation, not doing it, and commit haram. So having said that, we move to the third one, which is the permissible, al-mubah. Al-mubah, actually, again, al-mubah is something that people think of mubah as one thing. That's it. Mubah is the thing, is what, and the definition, everybody knows who study mubah in the first level of usool. They say, okay, mubah is those things that Allah didn't ask to do it and didn't ask to leave it. It's left for the person, for the Muslim, the Muslim mukallaf, to do or not to do. He can do it or not to do it. But yeah, this is in general, but it is oversimplifying. Let's talk first about this part of the definition, which is what ما لم يطلب الشارع فعله ولا تركه. مباح, permissible, is whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't ask you to do it or not to do it, or leave it. Do it or leave it. It's up to you. Like eating, drinking, the halal entertainment. Go to a park and sit and entertain, play with your kids, play with your wife. These are mubah. You can do it, you cannot do it, whatever. You can eat this kind of food, you like to eat barbecue. No, this guy doesn't like it. He likes the oven. They like all this mubah. And al-mubah is actually is the origin of everything Allah gave us. هو الذي خلق لكم ما في الأرض جميعا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, al-asl, they say, al-asl في الأشياء الإباحة. The original حكم, legal حكم شرعي in every action to start with is that it is mubah. You can do it, except what came in Sharia that says specifically this you don't do. So if you find something and it's not stated anywhere, you do it or you not do it, then the original حكم of it is that it is mubah. But you have to be careful. It doesn't mean there is no حكم شرعي. It means حكم شرعي means here حكم شرعي in Quran or in Sunnah, or there is, if not, you don't find it in ijma'. If not, you don't find it by qiyas. If not, you don't find it by istihsan. If not by istishab. If not by urf. If not by maslaha al-mursala. You have to exhaust all the proofs of Sharia, and you find that there is nothing here, like an apple thrown in the middle of the street, where there is no other gardens around, that you know that it came from this tree of this guy. So the original حكم of this apple is that you eat it. It's mubah, it's halal for you. There is no حكم for this. And the دليل الشرعي, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, هو الذي خلق لكم, هو الذي جعل لكم ما في الأرض جميعا. Let me make sure, because I can't really play around with the nas of the ayah. I'm not very, have some headache, so I have to هو الذي خلق yes, هو الذي جعل لكم ما في الأرض جميعا في سورة البقرة. So that's the proof of what make the original حكم of mubah is that it is mubah for you. You can eat it or you can leave it. It's up to you to do it. There is no ithm in doing it, and there is no ithm in not doing it. See, that is the mubah in general. But we have to understand one thing, that this doesn't mean that the mubah is always mubah in all its levels. No, that's where mistakes happen. That's where mistakes happen, because like mubah, like we say to eat or to drink. But the point is that there is a limit of eating and drinking you have to do. There is an obligation. It becomes wajib. If you say, well, food, it's up to me, it's mubah, I eat or not, and you keep not eating until you are about to die, no, then it becomes, eating and drinking becomes obligatory on you. So that's what we say, that things, like entertainment. If you say, well, entertainment is okay, but if you spend 12 hours every day entertaining, no, entertainment is haram. This is haram. So the takamul, so the integration of the mubah has to be assessed. If you integrate the mubah to the point where it is abused, then it doesn't, it moves from mubah to makruh, and if more, it moves from makruh to haram. This is how it works. This is the mechanics of this thing. So that we have to understand. Like I said, there are some sides of these 5 ahkam, wajib and mandub and mubah and makruh haram, and the relationships between them that I'm going to explain to you, that are not in the traditional, the regular books of Usool al-Fiqh. And so that takes us to what are the levels of mubah then, because mubah, we said that it's whatever you are allowed to do or you are allowed not to do, and we said it can be, it can, if you don't do it, or if you don't do it to the point where you get hurt, it become makruh, unrecommended, disliked. And if you are up to the point where you are going to die, then it's obligatory. Or there are things you can do like entertaining, and then you cannot do an integration of entertaining, so all your life is entertaining. But entertaining is mubah. No, you cannot do that. It comes to the point where it becomes makruh, and it comes to a point where it becomes haram. So that's some way of looking at mubah. But there is another way of looking at mubah, which came in Quran and Sunnah, and we were going to go over that inshallah next time, because it will take some time in explaining what it is. So we will stop at that. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.